This is Essie Featured. This is the power of sports.
Tonight, you'll witness the first championship ring ever presented to Chicago Cubs players.
I'm about to go on the field at Wrigley with the World Championship Chicago Cubs to give them the World Series ring. Like, does not get better than this.
More nervous than my wedding day. I can't even believe it. My kids being born, nothing compared to this.
It's the exclamation point on the most amazing Cubs season ever.
It's going to be awesome. This is the thrill of a lifetime.
To fully appreciate this moment, we should remind you of the pain that came with being a true Cubs fan.
It's always here we go again.
I did think the Cubs were cursed.
And when they did actually have some degree of success, somehow it would all blow up in the most horrific way possible.
Being a true Cubs fan, I don't think there's really a lot of pain in it because you expect it. And it might sound bad, but you just got used to it.
It was like watching a car wreck.
After a 108-year wait, we finally pulled off the unthinkable.
Here comes Bryant on to first, and the Cubs have won the World Series. For the first time in 108 years, the Chicago Cubs are World Series champions.
Tears in my eyes and just cannot believe that actually happened.
I was in complete shock. I couldn't believe that my team had finally won the World Series.
I couldn't come to grips with the fact that I've waited this entire lifetime to see this moment, and in total elation, excited as can be.
Cubby Blue, take the Cub Blue! Woo!
The Cubs decided to hold a contest to make fans' dreams come true.
I would like to nominate my sister, Katie Klein.
Submit a video and explain why you should be on the field at Wrigley to be a part of the ceremony when the Cubs receive their championship rings.
I'd like to nominate my daughter, Grace Davis, age 20.
I nominate my wife, Cindy Grimes.
I'm nominating myself. I don't know if you can do that.
Greg has been a dedicated Cubs fan for 46 years.
We believe that Brian is the #1 Cubs fan. Woo!
I'm single and not married.
My name is Grandma Bear, and I'm here nominating my grand cub, Clark the Cub.
Man, I sound really pathetic, but it leaves me more time for the Cubs.
Jim Thurman is a World War II vet, has been a Cubs fan for 78 of the 90 years he's been alive. That's 78 years of waiting for next year.
I've heard you pass along this fandom to your entire family.
I sure did. Everyone is a Cub fan. If they're not in the family.
He's just been a diehard Cub fan forever. So I figured what better way to try and honor him for being a Cub fan, have him hand out a World Series ring that nobody's ever done for the Cubs.
Hi, we are the O'Hara family, and we would like to nominate our dad, Bob O'Hara.
Bob's devotion to the Cubs goes deep, generational.
A diehard Cub fan my whole life, and I thought of no better way to kind of show my loyalty to my team than naming my kids after them.
I'm Grace, and I'm named after Mark Grace.
And I'm named after Ryan Sandberg. Hi, I'm Addison, and I'm named after Addison Street. I'm Sam, and I'm named after Sammy Sosa.
We don't like to tell people that our kids are named after Cubs players unless they are Cubs fans themselves, because they think we're crazy.
Pretty sure my dad started the W flag when he drove to Atlanta in 2003.
Well, I like to tell my kids and my friends that it was myself that started that.
He went to a local flag store, had it made, drove down, and after the game when they won, we saw him on TV waving the flag.
Lo and behold, that's how the legend goes in my mind anyway.
It's a W! Yay!
Of the millions whose blood bleeds blue, and of the thousands who use this video contest to tell their stories, the chance to be a part of the World Series ring ceremony would be life-altering. There would only be 20 chosen.
You're gonna be a Cubs ring bearer. Stop it! I thought she was pregnant.
And with the announcement of the 20 came the reveal.
Jimmy Thurman, you are a Cubs ring bearer. Congratulations.
That is awesome.
That is
awesome, isn't it? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
For real,
This is for real. Congratulations, and you're gonna be one of the ring bearers.
All right, I have an announcement to make. Bob, you're the kid.
Are you kidding me?
You won! Daddy, on the video!
One submission video captured all our hearts. Amy Liss.
Hi, my name is Amy and I live in a suburb of Chicago.
Amy was so inspiring it became impossible to think of the Cubs championship moment being perfect without her.
I bet you can't guess what kind of baseball fan I am.
If you've seen her room, you have to nominate Amy. Her room is like the Chicago Cubs threw up in there with all kinds of the most beautiful and amazing memorabilia.
So, Amy, we were wondering what you're doing April 12th.
Because you're gonna be a Cubs ring bearer.
It was a classic Amy Liss reaction. When I get real excited, there was no sound coming out of my mouth for a good few minutes.
Can you believe it?
Amy has spastic quadriplegic cerebral palsy. Amy's outlook on life can only be attributed to the words she lives by.
My motto in life is to live each day with the attitude of gratitude. So I really do what I can to live by that each day and appreciate my blessings daily.
We're identical twins that just as easily could have been me. And her ability to approach it with such positivity is just a daily reminder to me to look at things in a different way.
I'm just humbled and amazed that this is all happening to me. So very, very grateful.
After endless waiting, proverbial generational waiting, the day had finally come.
Every day I've been waking up at 4 in the morning. It's today the day, and it's been like a week since then. I haven't slept much, I'll tell you that.
I'm hoping I don't trip, have a heart attack, or cry.
They opened the gate and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're on Wrigley Field and this is actually happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2016 World Series Championship Ring Ceremony.
Don't let anyone say that it's just a game.
The moment when I realized I'm standing on Wrigley Field dirt, walking out of that right field, you know, like it was Field of Dreams, couldn't believe it.
When you're born in Chicago, you're blessed and you're field. The first time you walk into Wrigley Field.
The excitement, the thrill, the honor, it's just awesome.
Our heroes wear pinstripes, heroes in blue. Give us the chance to feel like heroes too.
We have Amy Liss presenting the ring.
Someday we'll go all the way. Yeah.
To Cubs third baseman and the reigning National League Most Valuable Player, Kris Bryant.
I hope he saw my smile and we connected that way because I couldn't get much happier.
Please welcome Bob O'Hara presenting to outfielder Matt Caesar.
Awesome, Matt. Awesome job, Matty. Thank you, man, so much. This is phenomenal, buddy. I felt bad because I didn't give him his ring for like 10 seconds because I was frozen, and then I was like, oh, this is yours. He was pretty fun, though. That's yours, man. Thank you so much.
It is their story. It is also mine. I'm David Ross.
Catcher, David Ross.
This is our way of saying thank you to the fans for giving their lives to a team that for the first time in all of our lives finally returned the favor.
And here's to the men, the legends we know, teaching us faith and giving us hope.
It was probably one of the biggest honors of my life.
Besides my marriage, probably the best evening in my life.
When they mentioned those that had passed, and it was like, it hit me at that moment, like, just unreal. I can't even take it. I'm all teary-eyed.
It's been a long time coming, and it was worth the wait.
I was able to hold it together on the field, but as soon as I got, back in place, I just lost it and started crying.
Something I waited for an awful long time, and glad that it did in my lifetime anyway.
You want to know what faith, hope, and patience looks like? You're looking at a Mama Cub fan. Today, forget the next year. Let's do it again. Well, let's do it again.